How's it going, everyone? My name is Tristan Kuhn, and today I'm going to be answering the question, is Bangkok safe to travel to? I'm going to help prevent you from being taken advantage of by letting you know about the dangerous places of Thailand, the types of crime you can expect, and also educate you on the corruption in the Thai government. And at the very end, I'm going to show you some stats that compare different crime rates in Thailand to those crime rates in the United States. Before we get started, I'm going to define what it means for a place to be considered safe. I consider somewhere to be safe if there's a low likelihood of someone taking advantage of you or harming you, given the risk that you take. So pretty much what this means is that if you're blacked out and someone takes your wallet, or if you're trying to buy drugs and something bad happens to you, you're trying to do anything else illegal, that doesn't necessarily mean a place is unsafe because you're taking a big risk. So to start out, there's not that many places in Bangkok that are unsafe. Most big cities in America have a lot of pockets and areas that you don't want to go to because of safety reasons. However, Bangkok, all of it's pretty safe for the most part. When I was in Bangkok, I asked a local Thai friend where he thought the most unsafe place was, and he said Koh San Road. And I found this funny because I've been going to Koh San Road most nights for the past 3 weeks, and I didn't necessarily see it as a super unsafe place. Here's the reason why Koh San Road is considered the most unsafe place. It's pretty much a road filled with thousands of drunk Western tourists with a lot of money, and locals see that and they use it as an opportunity to take advantage of tourists. I myself got pickpocketed when I was on Koh San Road. However, I wouldn't consider it an unsafe place because when you're drinking on Khao San, you know that you're taking a risk. Additionally, when you're in Thailand, money talks, and whenever you're in Bangkok, you're presented with the opportunity to do a lot of illegal things. However, if you're willing to pay, they kind of let you do it. Just the entire existence of Khao San Road really speaks to this. The manager of the hostel that I was working at told me that it's technically illegal to even sell alcohol on the road that Khao San's on, because there's certain areas in Bangkok where it's illegal to sell alcohol. Kind of like how in the United States you can't sell alcohol near like schools and stuff. Khao San Road's technically in one of these illegal areas. However, the government's not really enforcing that just because Khao San brings a lot of money to the local economy. This does, however, pretty much make the entire street run by the government. Technically, bars close at 2. However, I remember one night there was an entire entourage of police. It was like a parade of police cars, lights on, sounding their alarms, just pushing all the people out of Koh San Road. They pretty much shut the entire street down by 1 a.m. and no one really knew why. However, that just kind of shows how the government really controls the whole thing. So now moving on to the common types of crimes that you can really look out for when you're in Bangkok. So all the big crimes that you think of, like abduction, murder, assault, rape, all those are really not that common in Thailand. The crime rates for those types of crimes are actually lower in Thailand than they are here in the United States. Additionally, drugs are incredibly hard to get when you're in Thailand, and the penalties on them are insanely strict. So there's not that many drug-related crimes, so that's really something that you don't have to look out for when you're anywhere in Thailand. The real danger you have to look out for when you're in Bangkok is from pickpocketing, scams, and danger from drunk tourists. For example, when I was on Khao San Road one night, I saw a big fight break out between 2 different groups of drunk guys. Another area where you really need to look out for your safety is if you're doing anything that's illegal but allowed. What I mean by this is that in Bangkok there are a lot of things that are technically illegal, but they really allow you to do them. For example, prostitution is technically illegal in Bangkok. However, we've all heard of Thai massages, and there's pretty much a massage place on every corner. These massage places aren't just famous for their Thai massages, they're also famous for their massages with happy endings. So if for whatever reason you're getting one of these, just realize this is something that is allowed in Thailand, but it's technically illegal, and you're probably at a higher risk. These situations put you at a higher chance for being harmed, whether it's being taken advantage of, pickpocketed, or getting an STD. Whatever it is, you're putting yourself at a higher chance of risk. I believe it's these illegal, risky things and movies like The Hangover that give Bangkok a bad rap for being unsafe. If you don't break the law, there's a super low chance of anything bad happening to you. Alright, so now to talk about the corruption in the police. And I really like talking about this because I got to see firsthand how the corruption with the police works. Pretty much the government works off of money, payments, and bribes, which I guess are technically all the same thing. In Bangkok, money talks, and that's why things like Khao San Road is allowed, and also things like prostitution is allowed if it's in the form of a massage with a happy ending. So in Bangkok, how the police system works is if you want them to check on your place, kind of protect your property, or just have your back if you call them and you know they'll get there quickly, you have to pay them a certain monthly fee. So the hostel I was working at paid the police just to come and check on it every day and just, make sure things were going okay. So from checking on the hostel every day, they saw it was a really cool place. The entire downstairs was just a big bar, kind of like a party area, and so whenever they were done working, they would come by and hang out. However, the thing about this is they'd hang out with the staff, and the staff didn't necessarily really want to hang out with the police. When they came over, we had to give them free drinks, we had to pretend to like them and talk to them. They were older guys, and they would often flirt with 2 of the younger staff members, and they didn't even want that, and once they even asked one of them out on a date. However, the advantage of this is that they let us get away with stuff too, like playing music really loud, louder than the legal limit, late at night. However, where I really saw the corruption was during the World Cup. So around midnight, about 3 or 4 of the police would always come over during the World Cup and watch a game and drink beer for free. However, they were really into these World Cup games, and it wasn't just because they were big soccer fans, but because they were really big gamblers. They were putting really big bets on these teams, and whenever they lost, they needed to recoup their money. And they did this by writing fake tickets. So how this works is they'd find someone committing some little crime. I don't know what little crimes were in Thailand, but it'd be something like jaywalking, like public intoxication, stuff like that in the United States. They'd find people that were doing that, and then they'd write them a ticket. However, the tickets that they gave them weren't real official government tickets. They were just tickets that the police had made that looked like a real ticket. ticket. So they go out, find people who are committing minor crimes, then give them these tickets, and then offer for them to pay a less amount if they paid in cash right then. I didn't really get all the details of how they did it, but it was something along these lines. Now this is just how things are in Thailand. It's not good, it's not bad, you just have to accept it and learn how to work with it. You can either use it to your advantage, or you can have it take advantage of you. So now when it comes to just the hardcore stats, the US Department of State labels Thailand as a low threat place. One website I found said that there's a high level of safety when walking alone and a low threat of being attacked or assaulted. However, that very same website says there's a high level of corruption and bribery. Alright, so now I'm going to throw up these stats that compare the crime rate in the United States to the crime rate in Thailand. I'll put the link to this website in the description below so you can see all the comparisons, just a couple of them. But as you can see from this right here, the US pretty much has a higher crime rate in almost every single area than Thailand. I can say personally from my experiences in Bangkok, I felt incredibly safe. I felt safer there than anywhere I did when I was in England. And frankly, I felt safer there than most big US cities I've been to. Just because of what crazy movies like The Hangover make Bangkok out to be, doesn't mean that that's what it actually is. I did get my phone and wallet stolen when I was there, however both of those things were entirely my fault, and when I make a video about that, I'll link it in the description below. So to answer the question, I say Bangkok is safe. So if you want to go to Bangkok, I say go for it. Just use good judgment and you'll be fine. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Also, please click the subscribe button, click that bell if you want to see all of my different travel tips, adventures, and stories. I wish all of you the best of luck on your travel adventures, and I'll go out there and do something awesome.